It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. And the front lines for both teams tonight, powerful, explosive. Shaq, what's the key these days to building a great front court?
Well, the more versatile, the better. But it's more about skill and brute strength. You know I'm about skill and brute strength. I was the most skillful and brutally strong guy ever to play the game.
It's right, you are brutal.
What's so funny?
That, front court guys need to change ends. That's what's funny to me, Shaq, and nothing else. I just tell you right now, nothing else is funny to me.
You want me to show you how strong I am? I'll flip this table over right now.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
What you looking at, Ernie?
Not much.
Oh.
All right.
It's on. It's on.
I see Ernie.
And here's
No
Kevin
fear,
Harlan.
Ernie.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
I'll see you in the locker room, Ernie.
We're live, the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Here in Houston, it's another home game for the Rockets. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
And Houston, they're not in a good place right now as a ball club. After the success of last season, they were expecting bigger and better things this year.
Yeah, Greg, and the exact opposite has happened. The chemistry has been off. They haven't been able to maintain their momentum. It's a very disjointed season for them up to this point.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was the architect of the 7 seconds or less offense in Phoenix. But he says we should have been more aggressive. We kept asking, is it too many threes? Now, there's no such thing. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. And right around this time of the year, some teams spending long stretches on the road. Chris, that's difficult. It's got to be tough, I would assume, for players to deal with that, teams to deal with that.
It does get tough. Long road trips, travel, you're staying home from your family, you haven't seen your family and your friends, but I tell you what it does as a team. Coaches love it because it builds camaraderie, it builds chemistry. Now you have time to go to the movies and hang out with guys on your team at a restaurant or just hanging out. And what does that do? It brings you a little bit closer together because now you're building a relationship that's not based on basketball. These long road trips allow you to be together, to get to understand and know each other in ways maybe you haven't before. And believe me, it's been many times on the court. I've joked with the guy on my team about something that had nothing to do with the game, and it brought us to even play harder because we had an inside joke about something else. Who wouldn't want to play with their friends, right? Who wouldn't want their friends to challenge them? And that's the type of relationships you build on these long road trips.
A look at the Magic starting group. We've got Okafor. Jordan is out there with Abdul Rauf. Then there's Hill. And it's Gugliotta in at the 4-man position. Abdul Rauf against Paul. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
One of the most accurate free throw shooters we've ever come across. Abdul Rauf, not a guy you want to foul.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First one falls for him. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Outside, Jones. Back to Pierce. Fires the three. And it's Emeka Okafor with the rebound. Here's Gugliotta. Rodman covering. Gugliotta's shot is good.
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills at the offensive end.
Paul kicks to Pierce. Abdul Rauf against Paul. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And the focus Paul has on these shots, takes his punishments and stays locked in on the rim. Crazy.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Paul.
He's a proven winner. I mean, it's easy to appreciate the skill set of Paul, a masterful shooter and a clever defender.
Now here's Jordan. They get a hand on it. Pass to Abdul Rauf. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Jason Terry, he's checked in for Paul. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Pass to Abdul Rauf. Lock at 6. Over Terry. And the shot no good, a bit short. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
Here's Jordan after Paul Pierce's score. Over Jones. Another miss by Orlando. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the basket by Pierce.
Yeah, and how about Pierce there? Immediately squares himself up from outside, always prepared to rise and fire.
Now here is Hill. Against Washington, he was really on his game. Count it, good. Okafor's got his first basket of the night.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Jones against Jordan. Jones dishes to Doherty. 5 on the clock. Hill pulls it in.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
Outside Jordan.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
Orlando shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Free throw good, Jordan.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better, mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance.
That one is no good. For the Orlando Magic, they come in off a good outing against the Washington Wizards.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
No, but I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made him pay for a lackluster effort.
And the basket by Pierce.
He must have had a good warm-up because he's hot. I mean, he's 3 for 4 already, and we're only getting started.
Abdul Rauf kicks to Jordan. Hill against Pierce. Rejected by Pierce. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. With some arc, Orlando grabs the miss.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And so it's Terry bringing it up for the Rockets. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
And really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the board.
Yeah, and I'll be interested to see how they respond. I mean, they lost the physical battle badly in that game. I'm sure that's still in their minds.
Persons checked in for Emeka Okafor. And so it's Houston with it. Fader on the way. Jordy, no luck.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The pass to Person. Abdul Rauf kicks to Hill. And it's Hill with the jam.
Yeah, that says it all right there. Grant Hill finishing the drive with some thunder. When he's moving at full speed, boy, it looks like he can fly.
Now here's Terry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. And let's see the leading three-point teams in the NBA. In second, the Rockets.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Here's Doherty. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Really nice move there. Doherty has such a polished skill set. Makes it an easy conversion for him in the painted area.
Here's Abdul Rauf. He's another guy who had a stellar performance in that win against Washington. The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
Terry looking over the floor. Jones from outside. Abdul Rauf with the rebound. Orlando trailing here. Person the pass to Abdul Rauf. Pass to Person. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Doherty with the bucket. Doherty's got his second bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Gugliotta passes to Hill. Here's Abdul Rauf. Pierce covering. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
And so here is Houston. Magic knocking down the tray. And Houston again with the bucket.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Now Jordan, a dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. And that one's good by Pierce.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. You know, C-Web, every player wants to play in a system where what they do best is always highlighted. It brings out their strong points. What are some of the plays or actions that best suited your skills when you play?
One of the things that I needed was a great point guard. So whether it was Rod Strickland, whether it was Avery Johnson in Golden State, of course my man Jay Will, and that was guys that could get me the ball, that would trust, that would throw it up. Also, then that I could handle the ball, draw a double team, and get it out to them, and they could knock down the shot. Having a great shooter like Apasia would allow me to grab a double team and to look for him on the opposite side. So I needed teams that had great ball movement, that had players that could knock down the open shot, and then a team that could run would allow me to push the break or allow me to fill in the break and kind of do everything. Teams that would allow me to be positionless and not just be rigid or old in their ways and say, we play old traditional basketball that doesn't allow anyone to flourish with what they've been working on in the offseason.
For the Magic, Wells comes in for Hill, and it's Mitchell in for Michael Jordan. Rockets leading by 7. Pierce with it. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. And he uses the glass on the layup. Pierce has got 16 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pass to Paxson. Here's Gugliotta. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. Gugliotta controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's against Person. That one drops for him. 18 points for him.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Terry against Paxson. Mitchell outside. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Terry kicks to Pierce. Passes it to Shikely. Count it, good. Shikely's got his first points of the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Stolen by Pierce. Unloads from 13. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Magic trail by 8. Here's Person. And again, it's Orlando converting.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
And the type of game that many coaches hate. Very little defense being played on either end.
Now here's Pierce. 18 points for him. Kicks it to Stojakovic. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. And the Rockets lead by 8. Paxson against Terry. Paxson passes to Gugliotta. Fades and shoots. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Gugliotta's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Houston leading by 6. Pierce up top. He's covered by Person. Out left of the wing. Smith inside, guarded by Paxson. With the putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
There's 1:40 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Mitchell. Up again. It's good on the putback. Gugliotta's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Pierce against Person. To the middle. Here's Shikely. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Well, that's just a good example of why the score is what it is. I mean, they need to protect the rim a lot better than that.
Mind the
Bailey's
lanes.
checked in
Mind
for the
lanes.
Rockets.
One shot.
And they call Cycli the spin doctor because of all his fancy footwork on that low block. I've seen Ronnie leave more than a few guys grabbing at air when he pulls off one of those post moves.
Now, here's Mitchell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. He doesn't get the second one. Rockets leading by 8. On the wing, Stojakovic. And he also played really well on that win against the Raptors. Bailey. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Orlando's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Now, here's Wells. Defended by Stojakovic. The shot's good from Paxson.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Terry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Cycli. Buries it down low.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Terry against Mitchell. That's tipped. And now Terry pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Terry.
He's so confident, so self-assured on every free throw he takes.
With 1 on the clock, doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's Houston going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, aggressive on D, efficient on offense. They balled out to an early lead.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Rockets. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Orlando, Wells is out there at Person. Then there's Okafor. Then there's Paxson. And it's Mitchell in at the 2.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And the pass to Wells. And here's Paxson, defended by Stojakovic. 11 feet away, and yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Paxson's got his second bucket of the night.
Kevin, that type of D, that's not going to get it done. I mean, you can't be giving up those kinds of shots.
Paul against Paxson. Pass to Zeichel. 6 to shoot. Here's Smith. Rebound by the Magic. Okafor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Mitchell outside. Pass to Person. And there are the Magic with another bucket. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Passes to Zeichel. He kicks it to Stojakovic. Houston moving it around. Paul with the 3, and another 3 for Houston.
We've talked about the increase in Paul's range over the years. I mean, he couldn't be more confident in his shot right now.
Paul against Paxson. Here's Mitchell, and good. He got the English that time as it falls. Mitchell's got 6.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Smith for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Okafor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The pass to Paxson.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys in the bench. They are pumped up. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Puts it up from 12. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time, and it's difficult to do even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. DA, thank you. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Chris, when you were playing, you moved between a couple teams. What's the hardest part about getting traded that fans may not understand?
One is your ego. You don't want to usually leave. If you didn't ask for a trade, you don't want to leave that town, that city, the fans, or your players that have become friends. If you happen to be a parent, think about it. Your kids may be switching schools in the middle of the year. What if you have a kid that's in his senior year of school and you have to be traded and you may have to take the family with you? So many just tough situations for individuals and for families. The bond you develop with fans and the city and players, members of the organization is very strong, and so it's a lot of times it's shocking and hurtful. It's how quickly can you adjust because that new team wants you and needs you badly.
Good insight. Here's Paul. Magic knocking down the tray. Back to Jones. Here's Doherty. Excellent D there from Okafor. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 13-3 run. Here's Jordan, and he hits it to tie the game up. Jordan's got 6.
And the perils of trying to defend Jordan. Athletic enough to get anywhere he wants to go, and then tough enough to take the hit and finish.
Now here's Paul. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. To the right side. Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Hill. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Rockets lead by 2.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Kicks it to Jordan. Over Jones. Rodman with the rebound. Rodman's got 4 rebounds in this game. And here is Paul. He has 6.
If you're playing like Chris Paul, you better have your hands ready. If you're open, he'll find you, or you're going to get hit in the head.
Pass to Hill. With the floater. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Magic have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there. First free throw is good.
And the word you got to use is explosive out there when talking about Grant Hill. He's one of those guys who doesn't wait for the game to come to him. He goes out and just makes things happen.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Rockets leading by 3. Here's Bailey. He had 10 points in the win against Toronto.
And he had 2 blocks also, don't forget. I mean, it tells you what kind of presence he was for him at both ends of the floor.
Now here's Paul. Jones for 3. And it's Emeka Okafor with the rebound. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 4 points in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
If you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
The Magic trail by 4. Abdul Rauf kicks to Okafor. Pass to Hill. And there's the feed to Jordan. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Jones, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The Rockets making a switch here. Pierce is checked in.
One shot.
And that one falls for Jones.
Oh, the lightning quickness, the cool demeanor. Just no one works harder at the game of basketball than Jones. He's always in shape and always ready to make a play.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You take a look at the Raptors. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And checking out Orlando, just way behind.
And when I look at Orlando, seeing them where they are now, it's easy to forget just how awful they were a season ago. This is a team that's made major strides to lift themselves into the middle of the pack.
And credit goes to everyone, coaches, players, front office. I mean, they've all been determined to avoid a repeat of last season. The results speak for themselves.
And here is Paul. After Grant Hill just hit the 3. Feeds it to Doherty. Okafor with the steal. And now Orlando on the break. Rejected by Pierce. Paul outside. Jones. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Rockets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
Jordan up top, defended by Jones, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pierce.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Paul. He's averaging 20 points, 9 assists, and just over 2 steals. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Rockets. They've held a 12-point lead early. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
Love how determined Paul is inside. He's skilled at figuring out ways to pick up contact.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Magic trail by 3. Abdul Rauf kicks to Okafor, passes it to Hill. Magic moving the ball around. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 10 points in the quarter.
It's just one of those nights where Jordan can do no wrong offensively. And let's talk about the endurance to go along with it. Wow.
Now here's Jones. He's coming off a 19-point game against Toronto.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Paul against Abdul Rauf. Here's Jordan. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And what you like there, Jordan never looks like he's rushing. Makes quick, solid decisions.
Now here's Jones. He has 6. And Paul gets it to go in.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Abdul Rauf. It's back to Hill. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies. And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Rockets have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Jason Terry. He's checked in for Houston. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Abdul Rauf. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Now a timeout called by Orlando. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Now the dish to Hill. Shot clock at 6. Over Pierce. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 10 points for Hill.
He's finally got into rhythm here in the second. His shooting percentage has taken a nice jump.
Terry kicks to Pierce. Kicks it out to Paul. Shot from the wing. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Paul's running. And there's Jason Terry on the assist by Paul. Now it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
There's the lob to the hoop. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Now here's Jones. He's got 8. It's stolen by Hill. And here we go with the Magic fast break.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Well, yeah, guys. I mean, in a close game like this, that can really get a team rolling.
Paul surveying the floor. Shot clock at 5. The 3. And another 3 for Houston.
It's no wonder why they're in front when you take into consideration that he's been perfect from the field so far.
Abdul Rauf against Terry. Abdul Rauf the pass to Jordan. Paul with the steal. Outside Pierce. He kicks it to Paul. For 3. And Paul Pierce good for the 3. Pierce has got 21.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Outside Hill. Over Jones. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Hill.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Now here's Doherty. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Paul. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 21 points in the game.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
For the 3, he just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
That's because he's finding his spots. No hesitation. You can sense his confidence.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Jordan the pass to Gugliotta.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Here's Paul. Off with the layup.
But just the presence of the D in the lane is enough to make him short arm that layup.
A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for Houston. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello! You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here at this beautiful table. This is a beautiful table.
What is this, oak?
It is. I think it's teak.
Oh, teak.
There's Shaq. There's Kenny.
Polished oak.
Teak. It's
Polished
very
teak.
nice. It's very nice.
You mean antique?
No, it's just teak.
Teak.
I have an auntie.
Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He ended up with 24 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Coming off a great performance last game, tonight he looked like he had that same aggressive mindset. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
They did an awesome-erific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-erific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-erific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. And as long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Orlando?
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Welcome back to the Toyota Center, everyone. That's a look at our broadcast location tonight here in downtown Houston, Texas. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
Oh, well, you take some chances. Sometimes you can get burned, but you hope more often than not that you can be a catalyst for your team.
Dennis Rodman is out there with Pierce. Then it's Jones. Then there's Doherty. And it's Paul in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. The Magic trail by 9. Here's Gugliotta. Rodman covering. Abdul Rauf kicks to Hill. Poked loose. Just 5 on the clock. Steps back and drains the jump shot. Hill's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Magic. Abdul Rauf against Paul. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. With this break in the action, we can see the top passing teams in the league courtesy of the 2K leaderboard. The Magic in second.
And a team that shares the ball will create opportunities for the right player to score.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. First free throw is good. And so Paul nails both of them. The Magic trail by 9. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Now the pass to Abdul Rauf. Hill looking around. Outside Jordan. 4 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, the shot misses. The Rockets go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Jones with the bounce pass. Paul against Abdul Rauf. And it's Pierce in the corner. Over Hill. And too long on the shot.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Yep, it counts. That's 28 points for Chris Paul.
And once Paul finds his rhythm, I mean, watch out. He can score in a multitude of ways.
Abdul Rauf kicks to Jordan. Over Jones. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Jordan. Jordan's got 18 points in the game. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Houston. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Doherty. Here's Jones. Good on the bucket. He's got 10.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax. And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Hill. Averaging 17 points per game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Yeah, impossible to check right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
It's taken away by Smith. Yep, it counts.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Now here's Jordan. He's got 18. Pass to Abdul Rauf. Over Pierce. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Abdul Rauf.
Solid start to the half for them. 3 of 4 from the field.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Before last season, the NBA voted to restructure the lottery odds. C-Webb, you think the changes will promote, better competition?
More even odds for the bottom 5 teams. That's the way that it should be. The bad teams should get the little bit of help that they're needed. And I do think that it promotes better competition. So I'm definitely happy with the way the NBA restructured the lottery odds.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
And their last game, a tight win, and it was the success at the foul line that played a huge part in it, and he was probably the deciding factor.
The Rockets making a switch here. Stojakovic is checked in, and the Magic making a change here as well. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Michael Jordan. That's good from Abdul Rauf. Houston leading by 11. Paul passes to Shikely. Kicks to Smith. On the wing, Stojakovic. He's guarded by Hill. Over in the corner, Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Shikely. Over Okafor. Shikely, no good. The Magic trail by 11. Shoots it. It's good from the top of the key. Person's got 11.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Mitchell, and it's good off the back rim and in. He's got 10. The Rockets have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Now the pass to Stojakovic. It's good from long range.
And how about that quick fire release from Stojakovic? Just a tremendous shooter. The D has to get up on him, even as the pass is coming his way.
Here's Abdul Rauf. He's got 11. On the wing, Mitchell. Okafor, the pass to Abdul Rauf. Knocked loose and taken away by Paul. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. He gets that one. And now it's a 12-point Rocket lead.
A brilliant distributor. Paul is active when it comes to sharing the ball. Good chemistry with his teammates.
Mitchell kicks to Hill. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
And they're going to need even more out of him with the score being what it is.
Bounce pass from Paul. Stojakovic, the pass to Cycli. Here's Abdul Rauf. Rebound by Smith. Rockets leading by 9. Paul outside. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Paul's got 6 in the quarter.
He continues to be their go-to guy. If they close this game out, his stamp will be all over this room.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. You look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
Look, they can't leave him alone for a second on the perimeter. Not the way he's shooting the 3 tonight.
Bailey's checked in for Dennis Rodman. Orlando also making some changes. Wells, he's checked in for Hill. And it's Paxson in for Abdul Rauf. Now Paxson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Here's Mitchell. Connects on the 9-footer. Mitchell's got 12. And so here is Houston. Smith, the pass to Cycli. Paul outside. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
The quick trigger on Paul is what I like to see. Don't put it on the deck. Just catch, shoot, and ring it up.
Tipped away. Pass to Wells. The drive by Mitchell. Yep, that one goes. 14 points for him.
He's one of the guys having a solid game for them, but as a whole, they've been lacking.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Rockets. 10-point lead. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And a good read right there by Paul. Great at carving out space close to the rim and capitalizing.
He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far. And Paul, no good on that one. The Magic trail by 12. Wells with it. Pass to Paxson. From beyond the arc. Cycli pulls it in. Smith against Paxson. Passes to Stojakovic. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Stojakovic has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
Orlando's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Paul against Paxson. Mitchell kicks to Wells. Now the pass to Paxson. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Rockets leading by 15. Here's Stojakovic. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Oh, that's the goal every trip. Get the good look from close range.
Tipped away. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Okafor. Wells passes to Person. And here's Paxson. Just 5 to shoot. Over Paul. They get the rebound. Lets it go. And again, the Rockets good for two.
How about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
Here is Paxson. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Around halfway through the season, and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. Take a look at the Lakers. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, Houston, 8.5 games behind them.
Yeah, right now, though, the Rockets hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Give them credit. They got some really good pieces in place. The road ahead it's going to be tough, of course, but I think they're in better shape than a lot of other teams.
You know, and the length of Stojakovic causes problems for the defense. He's excellent at forcing the issue and getting you to foul it.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Two shots. Last on the first.
Free throw good, Stojakovic. Houston making a switch here. Terry's checked in, and the Magic making a change here as well. Jordan's checked in. And both free throws good from Stojakovic. The Magic trail by 21. And here's Paxson. Pass to Okafor. There's the feed to Jordan. Can they get it? Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Smith inside, covered by Mitchell. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 6 points. Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, putting up about 22 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
Oh, an offensive juggernaut. I mean, he can just beat you in so many ways. You got to give it up for him.
Free throw good, Smith. Brad Daugherty, he's checked in for Houston. And Orlando making a change here. Smith hits them both. Here's Jordan. He's got 20. He kicks it to Mitchell. Passes it to Person. Fires it up. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7. Here's Terry. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 6.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
1:37 left in the third. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
As if Jordan weren't challenging enough to guard. The little up fake there, putting the defender at his mercy.
We've seen him miss a couple from the line so far, going 2 for 4.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Pierce is checked in for the Rockets. Jones comes in for Smith. And so Jordan nails both of them. 1:31 left to play here in the third. Terry against Paxson. Right side, Terry. It's Pierce on the wing. Shot clock at 5. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And one of the league's most effective shot blockers from that guard position. Jordan can do it in help defense or on the ball.
Now here's Jones. 10 points for him. Houston needs to get a shot up. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Jordan against Pierce. Jordan the pass to Paxson. The three-pointer no good.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
The pass to Bailey. Mitchell against Jones. Kicks it to Doherty. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Doherty's got 6.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Yeah, how about the intensity, though, from Pierce, not giving his man an inch on the defensive end.
A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for Houston. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. They've got Donovan Mitchell. Michael Jordan is out there with Reed. And it's Delaney in at the guard position. Jordan with the bucket.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Jones the pass to Bailey. Back to Jones. And it's Houston with another.
For the most part, he's been sitting back tonight, letting his teammates carry the load. Nothing wrong with that.
Here's Delaney. He's guarded by Davis. Delaney, the pass to Gugliotta. Back to Delaney. They get a hand on it, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. For the Rockets, Doherty, he's checked in for Vucevic. Rodman comes in for Quincy Acey. And it's Terry in for Davis. Orlando also making some changes. Okafor is checked in for Willie Reed. Hill comes in for Mitchell. And it's Abdul Rauf in for Malcolm Delaney. Terry kicks to Doherty. Pass to Bailey. Doherty against Okafor. Doherty the pass to Terry. Shoots from 14, and Jordan sends it back. It's been a few years now since rules were put into place to curb the hack-a-shack strategy. See, Webb, do you think the NBA made the right choice in discouraging that style, that tactic?
You know, Kev, I'm torn on this one. I don't think so. I do think that the game would have gotten ugly, the pace would have gotten bad, but I think it would have been only a couple of years as players would have been embarrassed enough to improve their game. As I travel to different places, the one thing that's the difference between the United States and other places they can shoot free throws. Other places they just aren't at the park dunking or hanging on the rim. They're actually shooting shots and skill sets and dribbling. And you know, I was at one time a terrible free throw shooter, and the embarrassment of not making them, missing them late in the games, not being able to be there for your team the way you want to, oh, trust me, it's no better motivation than that. Not giving me a handicap and a crutch saying, oh, don't do it. I don't like the fact that they've tried to place a curb on the hack-a-shack strategy. My thing is get you in the gym in the offseason and make some free throws.
Just 3 to shoot from deep. Rockets with the rebound. Here's Bailey, and Houston again with the bucket.
Oh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
Down low, knocked away. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so here is Houston. And it's Terry with the ball for the Rockets. Outside, Jones. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Abdul Rauf. And he gets it to go from the high post. Abdul Rauf's got 5 points now in the quarter. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4 on field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Goes up the baseline. Bailey misses. Orlando's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Gugliotta passes to Abdul Rauf. Count that one.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
Rockets leading by 22. Jones kicks to Terry. Back to Jones. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Gugliotta. Rodman covering. Okafor, the pass to Gugliotta. Abdul Rauf. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Abdul Rauf's got 14 points now in the second half. Outside, Jones. Not too long ago, C-Web, triple-doubles were widely celebrated. Now you see much more of them all over the league. What's been the change there, do you think?
I think the change has been the style of play and the removal of the big men. Being that there are no longer a slew of 7-footers in there rebounding, guards can come in there and do some amazing things in rebounding. And I'm amazed with Westbrook coming in and rebounding over the 7-footers. You also have better spacing, and so if I'm a one-on-one player, I get past my guy, I can trust it that if I throw it to a wide-open shooter now, because of the way that we've drawn the defenses in, there may be a few more open looks. And so I still respect it. I still respect the energy, the focus, the fact that you have to be all over the floor to do it. But, you know, besides the fact that there's longer threes taken, or besides the fact that there's more small lineups, I still think it's a feat to be respected, even though we're seeing an increase in them now.
And there's Terry following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. Bailey passes to Doherty. Houston moving it around. Clock is at 3. Rebound by Grant Hill.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. I mean, look what happened.
Jordan kicks to Hill. To the wing right side. Pass to Abdul Rauf. Releases. And there's Grant Hill on the assist by Abdul Rauf. Abdul Rauf's got 4 assists in the game. Terry finds Jones. Terry outside. Passes it to Bailey. Now here's Jones. He's guarded by Hill. The 19-foot shot and the basket by Jones. And the Rockets lead by 19. Orlando, they've gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Inside.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. He kicks it to Doherty. And there's the pass to Terry. Pass to Bailey. On the wing, Jones. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
They get it back. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up with it.
Terry against Abdul Rauf. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Rockets making a change here. Pierce is checked in. Wells, he's checked in for Orlando. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Magic trail by 17. Hill passes to Okafor. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 6 assists now in the game.
He's the one trying to keep them in this game. A tremendous individual effort.
Now here's Doherty. Kicks to Jones. Shoots over Wells. And the basket by Jones. And the Rockets lead by 17.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Hill against Pierce. Here's Gugliotta, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Jones against Abdul Rauf. Jones looking for an opening. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Well, let's just call it what it is. Great body control on the lane. Takes the contact. Still knocks it in softly off the glass. I mean, that shot just can't be blocked the way he adjusted.
And it's good for 2. Abdul Rauf's got 11 points in the quarter.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
To the paint, here's Doherty. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Abdul Rauf kicks to Hill. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And they're gonna have to pay closer attention to him beyond the arc. I mean, he's got 2 threes in this half, a total of 3 overall.
Now here's Terry. Jones drives in. Shoots over Wells. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Hill passes to Gugliotta. Rodman grabs the miss. Rodman's got his 6th rebound on the night. Jones kicks to Terry. Doherty in the post. He's against Okafor. Count that one.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Here's Jordan, and he gets it to go from the corner. Jordan's got 29 in the game.
Yeah, nice timing there on that catch and shoot. Jordan with such a musical rhythm to his game.
Outside, Pierce. Jones from outside. Drops in the tray. Jones has got 15 points here in the second half.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, the game looks like it's starting to wear on them. Unable to get out, defend the perimeter, unfocused. This is a bad sign.
Here's Gugliotta. Rodman covering. Rodman against Hill. Pass to Abdul Rauf. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Now here's Paul. Some call it the Ewing theory, teams that play better without relying on a star player. Chris, how sustainable is that?
It's not sustainable. It's real cute until you have the teams that are focused and want to win come in. And usually that Ewing theory, that's usually like in the 5th week of the season or before All-Star break when teams are figuring out themselves. Once everybody has identified their strengths and their weaknesses, you need that horse to ride. You need that big hoss in there, that guy that's dependable every night. And as long as he's a willing passer, unselfish player, no, you need those guys. I don't believe that teams are better without their main guy. Maybe for short stretches, players can rally. But you look at championship winners, I'm trying to think of one that didn't have a superstar on their roster. I just don't buy into that theory.
1:25 left here in the 4th quarter.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Houston.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Chris Paul.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Orlando with the ball, following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Hill against Pierce. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Mitchell against Paul. Over Mitchell. Rebound by the Magic. So we see Houston taking the W here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Paul, the defense has been locked in the last few games. How does that help you?
Well, we really relied on our defense. We've been playing really well at home as of late, so hopefully we can keep that trend going. We still got our work cut out for us.
Great showing tonight, Paul. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.